Hello beautiful souls and welcome, because today we are unboxing a very exciting oracle deck which I cannot wait to share with you. It's just arrived all packaged up nicely, so let the magic begin. Look at how beautifully this is packaged, by the way. It's so cute. There's two little prints here which are, oh, there's a little glittery star on there, hang on. Cute. This one says kindness is magic, and it's also a postcard. And this one is, I guess, kind of an Egyptian influence. Well, not even kind, it is an Egyptian influence, let's be real. And it's got some lovely words on the back by Valentina from Valkyrie Art. I'm so excited to share this deck with you. Like, when I first saw that she was bringing this out, I was just like, oh my God, I really want this. But I was too poor. Well, guess what? I'm not too poor at the moment. I am. I have a problem, help me. Okay, so let's just move all the cute glittery bits, which are going to look nice here next to my tree. Can I just tell you, I'm really into orange at the moment, so I love this colour tissue paper that Valentina put inside. Okay, let's open it up because I'm excited. Okay, so here we have the Divine Initiation Oracle by Valentina from Valkyrie Art. This is her first oracle deck. You guys will remember that I did the Kickstarter for her first tarot deck, the Ethereal Alchemist Tarot, which I was going to bring today to compare for size. I have forgotten it. I have a feeling they're going to be the same size, the same kind of stock, because I presume she's used the same printers. We will find out. So this is the box. Beautiful image on the front, which is the same as the artwork that she included in the box. And then on the back it says Divine Initiation Oracle, a Valkyrie Art production enriched with earth elements, light activations and ancient wisdom. Divine Initiation is a visually enchanting 44 card deck which offers a full color guidebook, love that, to support and encourage deeper levels of awakening, as well as initiating you to open your heart to fulfill your highest purpose. Well, this is exciting. And then she's got a couple of examples of some of the cards on the back. So I've seen a couple of them on her Instagram, but I've tried not to look too much because I just knew I wanted to get this deck and I knew I wanted to unbox it with you guys. So I thought, you know what, we will do it together. We'll enjoy the newness together. So this time Valentina has gone for a magnetic stripped box, which I really like. I feel like this is becoming the future of decks at the moment, especially the more, what is the word that I'm looking for? Just individual artists and creators, as opposed to, you know, if you're with a big publishing house. I'm noticing a lot of people are doing this magnetic strip, which is lovely. So on the side here, there's a hieroglyph, which is really beautiful. I can't actually remember what they call it when it's, well, it's a load of hieroglyphs in something, but anyway, whatever. I will find information and stick it for you somewhere if I can remember what it's called. So opening it on up, inside she's gone for quite a simple design. So we've got a couple of gold foiled stars, nice and simple, and then we've got the guidebook on the top, which looks beautiful. Actually, it looks like it's got quite a Mayan influence there, but that could just be, oh no, wait, hang on. Yeah, like well, it's an Egyptian influence I've not seen before. To me, that looks quite Mayan. And then behind that is the deck, which looks like it is just wrapped in paper. Love that. Inside the box, it says, you are divine consciousness, which is definitely something I would expect Valentina to say. If you guys follow her on Instagram, she is all about that mindset and your body being the temple for your soul, and just creating and co-creating with the divine. So beautiful box, really like it. Let's put it there. Can you guys see that? I feel like let's start with the guidebook because that's a good place to start. I would also just add that the box itself is a nice matte with gold foiling on it. I think it's beautiful. I really like the image that she's chosen for the front. I just think it just feels great. I love the idea of divine initiation. Like, to me, that's about awakening your soul and yourself to going into deeper aspects of your soul's journey in this lifetime. So I feel like this is going to be something that's a really good complement. It feels to me like it will be a deck that you could pull every day just for some guidance for each day, or you can save and do, say, on the new moon or the full moon and really get some deep connection. I feel like this is going to be quite a deep deck. You know, some decks, you open them and they're like what I would call light. They're quite gentle, they're quite soft. They have lovely meanings, very intuitive or insightful meanings, but the deck feels very gentle. And then there are other decks, a bit like the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and it's a really deep, really intense deck. And I know that if I need a really like slap in your face kind of reading, and I don't mean that badly, I just mean like if I really need to know something, that's a great deck that's going to really initiate me to the truth. So I feel like that's going to be what this deck is. I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this. It doesn't feel like Valentina's like skirted around the issue here. It's like she's just gone straight into it. So I want to see if that's right. right? Or if I'm just making that up, I don't know. Okay, so the guidebook itself is another matte, very soft guidebook actually. It feels quite nice. It's not too big. It is only a 44 card deck. It has this beautiful image, as I say, on the front, and then on the back we've got this really nice Egyptian imagery here with all these hieroglyphs up here and the horses, and it looks like a chariot being carried. So that's exciting. And then she's got 222, 333 on the back there. So obviously some angel numbers going on as well, which is exciting. So let's take a look inside. A little bit of information and a disclaimer at the front. And then we have the contents, which has introduction, your sacred space. Well, you guys know I love a sacred space. Card spreads, shuffling and asking a question. And then the messages for each of the cards. And at the end, about Valentina, and then published works, which is lovely. So let's just have a little flick through that and just take a look at what she has going on here. So there's a 3-card reading, there's a subconscious reading, and let's see what the messages are. So it looks like each card gets at least 1 to 2, even perhaps more pages. Oh, it looks like there's some really good cards in here. I'm kind of spoiling it for myself. Looking through it, I'm like, ooh, I think this is going to be lovely artwork. It looks as though she's connected some journaling questions, some crystals, some affirmations. I really like that expansion. I just feel like she's really put a lot of herself into this. So I'm quite excited. I think we should just take a look at the deck, don't you? I feel like, yeah, I think we should just have a look and see what we have. So firstly, let's just talk about how pretty it is. So on the side, we do have some foiling, and it's quite a matte, almost like an ancient bronzy coppery color to me. Okay, let's talk about the back of the cards first. So we have some beautiful hieroglyphs, almost like echoing out. You could say this is a floor, you could say this is a ceiling design. You know, it could really be, what I'm getting is a sense of you kind of having a rebirth, and you're coming out of your sarcophagus and you're seeing this ceiling filled with hieroglyphs. And these hieroglyphs can be words of power, words of affirmation, words of strength and courage for you as you are rebirthed into this world. That's what I'm getting from this. As I say, I don't feel like this deck is there if you just want like nicey. I think this is there if you want to like get into it, okay? So I do like the foiling that she's got on the side, nice and matte. Let's just talk about cardstock quickly before we go through the cards. Okay, it's a good enough cardstock. It's flexible. The size of the deck to me is good. I can fit my hands around it nice and easily. Don't you go thinking what I think you're thinking. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be easy to shuffle, but I'm not going to shuffle them just yet because I really want to go through them. So I think let's just dive in and have a look through the cards together. Oh, I think this is a very pretty deck. I have to say, I do feel as though I could identify this as one of Valentina's decks because of the way she does her art, and also just, it's like she's got a signature, an energetic signature that she kind of manifests into physical reality. Because some of the cards, I can tell the influence from her work. And you know, like there's one here, which I can't remember what it was now. Is it this one? Oh, there's one with dragons on. You guys will have seen it when you went through it. Oh, here we go. Protect your energy. That to me is quite like her tower card in her tarot deck. So I would definitely say that for me, there's a lot of color and detail, and it's not muted. So like Danielle Knoll, her decks are quite soft, they're quite ethereal. She almost puts like a very gentle fuzzy layer over it. So it's almost like you're looking through the veil to see her artwork, right? Whereas Valentina is very different in many ways. And I think that hers, she's quite an embodied person, I would say. You know, she's got this real like earthy energy about her. So that to me is why the colors are quite bold, quite strong. You know, you can really see them. I mean, look at the colors in that. Like there's nothing like muted or hidden, right? It's very strong. I mean, even this last card, which I really like, yes, like there's real color in that. It's like one of those, what they called organite crystals, where they put and charge and put stuff in it. But anyway, so yeah, I think it's a really pretty deck. And what I really want to do is a reading for you guys. Normally I would be doing my Sagittarius season pick a card reading, but I really felt called instead to just mold it. No, that's not right, to blend it into this. And instead I'm going to pull 2 cards now for you guys and do a reading now. So I just invite you to close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, just bringing yourself into your body, into this present moment, just tuning into your soul, and just asking, what do I need to know in this moment? And as you exhale, just softening your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, taking another deep breath in, resetting that intention. What do I need to know in this moment? What will support me in my journey? And as you exhale, just releasing any tension in your stomach or your legs, and taking one more deep breath in, resetting that intention. What do I need to know in this moment? And when you're ready, exhale and open your eyes, and just choose either from the card on the left or the card on the right, and just trusting that your soul will guide you to what is right for you in this moment. So if you chose the card on the left, then you chose Light Code Initiation. Now this is interesting. This to me is very much you awakening a deeper aspect of yourself as you're moving through your spiritual journey. And perhaps this is a side of yourself which is much more connected to your soul's origins as opposed to who you are in this moment, in this lifetime. This is like the truth of who you are, and these light codes are awakening some element of you. Even as I'm talking, I'm wanting to move my hands in a way that people who work with light language and things like that would move. I feel that this is a deeper connection to you, and I am getting a starseed element. In the book, she does talk about light workers and starseeds. I really feel this is starseed. So if you're watching this, then there's an element of you that your soul originates from another place. I have got a video on starseeds, so if you've never heard of that before, just check that out. I'll see if I can pop a link in the description for you. But like, I really get a sense that you need to tune into that side of yourself. So this might mean meditations, it might mean working with crystals, it might mean working with Reiki. I think just really cleansing your energy. And I feel like this part of your chakra system, so from your solar plexus, your heart and your throat, are the 3 areas that need clearing so that you can receive and then activate that side of yourself, however that may come up for you. For some of you, that might just be in your everyday life, you know, tuning into that side of yourself, being more authentic. For others, that might be what's coming through is artwork or creativity, okay? And when I talk about artwork, I don't mean it has to be like classical drawing, like this is art, okay? Because Valentina's taken creative ideas and she's put them together and created an artistic piece which invokes a feeling or an emotion or an insight for you. So I feel that that's what's coming through actually. It feels quite important and quite strong. Here this person is really connecting to these crystalline energies. We have here a rainbow as well coming through, so we could be talking about rainbow or crystal ray energies. Again, I've got another video on that. I'll see if I can link that below. So that could be what's being activated, awakened within you, right? So that you can step forwards and share your voice from a very centered space and from a very open-hearted space with others. I think that this is just going to be the start of the journey. I don't think you're going to immediately be running around channeling light language. If you do, that's great. But I think this is going to be just initially connecting with it, tuning into it, maybe connecting with your guides who are from that star space, and just really receiving guidance or intuitive notes to help you on your journey. Then maybe in the future that will be something that you'll share with others. So I think this is quite exciting actually. I'd love to hear how this resonates with you, and if you feel like you're awakening this really deep soul element of yourself. So if you chose the card on the right, then you chose avoidance of discomfort. I do actually really like this image because it looks like somebody's sitting here meditating, but behind them is this doorway which is just filled with this universe, right? You can see planets, clouds, nebulas, there's the whole shebang going on there. So it's very calm around, and it's like they've turned their back to this element. So it might be that there's something that you have been avoiding in terms of self-protection. When we talk about avoidance, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're weak or you're not strong enough or you're not good enough or anything like that. Sometimes it can be that we're so anxious or nervous or scared to open Pandora's box, if you like. Let's call this Pandora's doorway, that maybe you are just denying it and hiding it and pushing it away. But the thing is, the more you push something down or the more you push something away, the more resistance that comes up firstly, but also the more it kind of spills around the edges. So if you think of, let's say you have a flask, and you know those hot flasks you can put soup or tea in, and let's say you fill it up too much, you're trying to put the lid in, and when you're putting the lid on, all the water or all the soup is going to be pouring out, right? Because of the pressure, and there's too much going on there and it's too much. So you're going to burn yourself, right? You're going to burn yourself when the hot water or the soup comes out the top. It's important to recognize that actually sometimes acknowledging the discomfort, acknowledging the things that you've been kind of pushing away because you're like, that's too much, I'm overwhelmed by that. It makes it bigger if you avoid it or you push it to one side. Whereas if you take it in little bite sizes, then it can be really helpful. What's coming to me as an example is thinking of tidying a room. Let's say you walk into a nice big room and there's just piles of things everywhere. You're going to be like, oh my God, where do I start? I can't possibly deal with all this. But if you think, okay, I'm just going to start in the northwest corner, and I'm just going to do, I don't even know why I'm saying northwest by the way, but that just came to me. I'm going to just do the pile there, just one pile. Even if it's 3, I'm going to do 1, and I'm just going to tidy that one pile. And then the next day you come back and you're like, okay, what's the next side of that? Okay, well, we'll do that then. So it's like doing things in little bite-sized elements that feel comfortable for you, and that could be doing that on your own. It also could be doing it with a therapist or a healer, or maybe even a loved one. Maybe it's something that you need to acknowledge with a loved one. But I think this is really important because it feels like maybe there's discomfort in your gut or your stomach. That could be in forms of bloating or even feeling a bit gassy. Maybe because you've pushed things down so much, you're not digesting them because they're not actually being acknowledged, chewed and swallowed, right? They're just being pushed down. So I think, yeah, there could be some discomfort there, or maybe even a blockage in your chakras there. So it might be worth just tuning into that, seeing how that feels, and just acknowledging that, okay, I don't have to do all of it in one go. I can just pick one little thing to focus on, and just gently, you know, when we do shadow work or when we do deep healing, it can be really intense, and it's important to do it in a space that feels safe. Also as with somebody who's really going to support us and hold that for us, so that when we come out, we feel surrounded by protection and love, so we can face things and move on with our day. So I feel like that's quite important for you this Sagittarius season, but also if you're just watching this video, I think that's quite important for you now. So what do you guys think of this deck? Let me know in the comments below, because I really like it. I feel like this is going to be a deck I can use quite often, again, because it's Oracle, but also because I think at the moment I'm going through a lot of shadow work, so it's quite good. It's perfectly timed for me really to go into that space of divine initiation and come out the other side feeling initiated and, you know, upgraded, hopefully, to a new shiny version of myself. I don't know, at the moment it doesn't feel very shiny, but hopefully it will eventually. So yeah, I really like this. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. I will see you in my next video. I'll see if I can pop it in the description. Oh, that's interesting. I like that card. Oh, these are nice. These are pretty. Love that she's got plastic free in here. Obviously, except for the shrink wrap around it, but that you need that kind of. Okay, let's get it out. Oh, what have I just dropped? A squishy, it's fine.